people by nature. The whole of Africa. That is why, even if you're living in Kinshasa, during Christmas you travel home. Even if you're living in Timbuktu, during Christmas you travel home. Because an average black person is a tribal beast by nature. That is where we come from. We have a home. We have children. We are not like Europeans that can travel to New Zealand and make New Zealand their home, or travel to Australia and make Australia their home. That is their way of life. I respect, I even admire it. But for us, we come from somewhere. Your umbilical cord is buried in your village where you come from, in your kindred where you come from. That is who we are. How can somebody travel all the way from Europe, come to my land and tell me that I'm no longer a Biafra, I'm a Nigerian? And the idiot is dead. When I try to let people understand and reason, you're not telling me I'm seceding. Seceding from what? Something a white man created? Anybody talking about separatism or secession in terms of what we are doing, that person is racially inferior, both physically and mentally. Because the same nonsense happening in Africa can happen in Europe. It can't happen. Can you go to Europe and create a country in Europe? I keep asking everybody, can you create a country in Europe? Do you think that white people will allow any black man to come from Africa to tell them rubbish about why should you allow it to happen to you? Why should all of us Africans allow people to come from Europe and tell us where the boundaries should be? Yoruba land has been formed into 3 places. There are Yorubas in Benin Republic, Yorubas in Togo. What sort of nonsense is that? Does it mean we cannot reason or what? I don't get it, to be honest. Sometimes when I sit down and I ponder the fate of black people, I keep, basically tracking back to the core of the problem. It's how we reason. Black people, we don't reason that. How can I secede from something that was formed in 1960? Something that my father is older than. Who were you before the white man came? What is your identity? So you're telling me you have no identity. So you're telling me you are waiting for the white man to tell you.
So I just need to understand here. I mean, if the white people you're talking about are obviously Europeans, Americans, we're talking of the colonizers, right? And then yes. You and why do they come to your country? Why do they come and take your land? Why do they do this? And you are in their land. Don't you feel ashamed sometimes when you say this publicly?
What is Shell doing in my land? Shell is in my land. Are there black people running Shell? Are there black people running Texaco? I'm asking you a simple question. Are there black people now running Ajit?
No, we already know they are there, but do 2 wrongs make a right? That's where my question is. You are also in their land. What are you doing there? Why are you not on wrong?
They are in my land. I now, without coming to the UK, afforded me the opportunity to understand how they turned all of us into idiots. And having understood that, what I'm trying to do is to use simple education to untangle the mess that they planted in our brains. And there lies the key to freedom. And there lies the
So how do you feel sometimes, or not even sometimes, most of the times, when you hear of murder happening in Imo State, murder happening in all those countries, states in under Biafra, like you say, and you are comfortable in the UK? How do you feel as a leader?
Injustice breeds anarchy. Wherever you have injustice, there will be anarchy. Anywhere you go, that is human nature. Where you have injustice as a way of life, that is bound to be anarchy. How did America emerge? How did Russia emerge as a modern nation? How did France emerge? How did even Britain emerge itself? They all went through a revolution. Nigeria is overdue for a very bloody revolution, and it must come. Because the zoo must fall. It is an artificial construct, a racist construct in Nigeria. A derisory, should I say, a very derogatory name. And people are proud to answer, and they don't have PhD. And they're answering a name given to them, or should I say, a name born out of, should I say, racist history. And we're not talking about ourselves. Honestly, we are a disgrace to humanity. The way we reason is a disgrace. Go ahead.
All right, so there have been many other Biafran groups that have come into existence. There's been MASOB, there's BZM, IPOB, which is yours. Just a few weeks ago, there was Mujahid Asari Dokubo, who also formed BCG to replace IPOB, which you founded. Do you feel threatened at all?
No, because the people know who their leaders are. We are not, people are not. When I give a command, it's okay. If I give an order, it's okay. When I say I don't want to see checkpoints or roadblocks, there are none. That's how it is done. You don't just come out to declare a government in the vacuum. It makes a money of the government. The people are free to try. We're a democracy, a republic. Anybody can try whatever they feel. They can give us freedom. But in the main, you know, there's only IPOB standing. And it's only IPOB that is used. By its due, I mean, the Geological Republic of Nigeria. Only IPOB, nobody else. Only IPOB, nobody else.
So do you feel like you share the same objectives with all these groups emerging or not?
It is a very good thing because every publicity is publicity. As long as they are using the name Biafra, they are propagating the principle, the notion of liberation and freedom is most welcome. Anybody is free. Biafra is going to be a very free society. Everybody can say whatever they like. As long as I'm about Biafra, that's what's important.
But there are reports of division amongst you guys as Biafrans. How can you now clamoring for a breakaway when there is actually disunity amongst yourselves?
Let me use South Africa as an example. There was the Inkatha Freedom Party. That was the, I think it's called the SATU, I don't know what they call the Coalition of Trade Unions in South Africa. There was the ANC, and all these other groups. It didn't stop South Africa from becoming free. It never stopped South Africa from becoming free. That's what we need to know. Sometimes the more the merrier. If the gospel of redemption is coming from myself and IPOB alone, people will think I have done your man. But coming from various groups, perhaps you feel that there is merit in what we're all talking about. Because we are saying this, we're all talking about freedom. And that's a very good thing. That's a very good thing.
So is it leadership that you guys are after, or is the breakaway? I just need to understand, because you can't have IPOB today. There is the other one that BZM, MASOB. Can't have BCG. All these. Is it really about breakaway, or it's about leadership that you people want?
We want to break away. I'll just give you an example. It wasn't only ANC that was fighting for the liberation of South Africa. There were others as well. Even somebody like Mongositi Buthelezi went as far as confronting violently with the Inkatha Freedom Party members of ANC, and even was killing them. Members of ANC. It didn't stop South Africa from emerging from the dark shadows of apartheid. So all the things that are just natural. Should I say natural cause that eventually during the revolution as the type that we're involved in right now.
So have you spoken to Asari Dokubo after he actually announced his own movement as well? Have you spoken to him?
No, I have not spoken to him because there is no need for it. If they feel that announcing a government can give us Biafra, I welcome it. There's nothing wrong with it. I welcome it. There's nothing wrong with it.
So, is there no better strategy to table your grievances as a nation than a breakaway? Have you ever thought about that?
Is Nigeria a nation? I'm asking you a question. It's an interview.
Nigeria is a country. Nigeria is a country.
Created by who?
Nigeria is a country where we are.
Created by who? Created by who? No. Created by who? Created by who? Created by who?
What do you mean created by? What do you mean created by who?
Nigeria was created by
in Africa.
Do you know his name? Somebody. Do you know his name?
Maybe you should tell me.
That's his name is Frederick. His name is Frederick Luger. He's British. Is he African? British. Is he African? What right does he have to come to my village to
your attack? Okay, so your issue is about who founded Nigeria. Okay. Yes. Now Nigeria is a country amongst the 54 African countries. It is there. And do you think anything can change about that? So now, because you were born in that country, before you grew up and decided to form a breakaway as a Biafra, have you ever thought of at least maybe solving these grievances in another way than breakaway? That's just my question.
I was born a Biafran. My birth certificate reads Biafra. Not Nigeria. And you cannot tell me that I should subscribe to something that a white man created in Africa. Because no black man from Africa can go to Europe to create a country for them. As simple as that. I won't accept it.
Then it means many African countries will cease to actually survive if you say that. Right?
No, because most
we continue to look at African countries that way.
That's why they're poor. That's why all of them are poor. Why do you think Africa is so poor? Always begging for credit back home, begging for aid, begging for grant, because they're all very foolish. You can't allow a white man to come to Africa to determine who you should be in a nation. It's an abomination before God and before man. That's why Africa is poor. We must confront it.
All right. There are also allegations that the own Biafran people are the ones actually killing people in Nigeria to get attention. How true is that?
Who said that?
There are allegations. Everything I'm asking you,
allegations from a terror-sponsoring government. A bunch of retards in Asrock. All of you are aware of what they are doing, but I don't know if I've got some of you over or out of cowardice or the need to be close to these people that will always run away from the truth. The truth of the matter is that the Fulani people are presiding over a regime of terror. Land grab and conquest of indigenous population. People are frightened to speak up. But I'm not frightened to speak up. I must speak the truth always, regardless of the consequences. I don't give a damn.
But from afar, you are not afraid to speak up because you are not in the country. You are far. Nobody can touch you.
And when I was in the country,
you expect to ground? Yes, if you decided to run. So speaking from there, are you not supposed to lead from the front?
Am I not leading from the front? Why are you interviewing me? Do you know Ayatollah Khomeini of Iran? Do you know Ayatollah?
Because we really need to understand exactly where you're heading to. Sorry?
So, do you know Ayatollah Khomeini of Iran? Do you know the leader of the Iran Revolution?
Yes.
Do you know him?
Yes.
Where was he before the fall of the reign of the Shah of Iran? Where is he? Where did he organize the revolution from?
Yeah, but then yes, I do understand what you're trying to say. My
do you know Charles de Gaulle of France?
Because I even asked you a question.
You know Charles de Gaulle of France?
There are many examples.
He fought Hitler from England.
There are many examples that you can.
Thank you very much.
So, do you have a time frame? Do you have a time frame for this?
I have a time frame. I want Biafra to come tomorrow morning. I have a time frame. I have to remain optimistic. It's called optimism. If there is no Biafra is not going to come, well, why am I doing what I'm doing? Because I know it's going to come. There's something called hope.
So I need to ask you: will the Biafra independence struggle die if you become a president, or one of you, or one of you Biafrans become a president?
If they like, they can come to my house and make my younger brother the president, my second younger brother the vice president. They can make my sister the defense minister. They can make our last born who knows finance minister. It is irrelevant. What we want is Biafra. It doesn't matter what they do. It's too late. No matter what they do, all we want is Biafra. And Biafra must come, or we all die in the process. Without apologies, Biafra must come. Very soon they will feel the heat.
So even if a Biafran succeeds President Buhari today, it doesn't make sense to you.
Buhari is there, by the way. What you have is a mask-wearing idiot from the Republic. What we are going to have is Biafra.
For another. That's it. So I know you always say that. So how do they do that? Can you just explain to us how do you keep saying Buhari is dead, and we see a man who looks exactly like Buhari leading the country called Nigeria?
Very soon, all of you will be shocked. We'll tell you how we have gone back to the source as to how they did it. I have my own version of Buhari. If you want, I can give him to you. Because the people are dumb. People are very, very. You know, this is a country that people cannot even demand or ask for the president to address them live. Never. No live address. Never. What sort of country are you in? The only president in the whole world during this pandemic, global pandemic, has failed to address the people live. The only president in the whole world. I think is Buhari. Are we foolish? He had brain surgery in England. He can no longer speak his native tongue to put it. And it's Buhari. Are we not foolish? You know, sometimes I don't even blame the white man for what they did in Africa. Because the level of stupidity we keep showcasing every blessed day. No, have you seen that the Chinese have not taken over the Africa? After the Arabs, the Europeans came. After the Europeans, now we have the Chinese. As if now we don't even have shame. An average black African has no shame. Look at that idiot, that fool from the Republic. How can you have a president and your wife is missing for 6 months? In which country am I saying? Which country in the world? Are people that daft? Are people that foolish that they cannot reason very well? For 6 months. Show me or tell me the president in a first lady that left their country and disappeared for 6 months. Give me a example. It's only Nigeria. Because every nonsense goes. Every job can come out and say, we are the president. How can a semi-illiterate like Galbato wake up in the morning and say, anything I say, consider it as coming from it's called the president himself and Galbato. Have you not seen all the Photoshop pictures? Where did they get the hole in his neck from? You saw the hole. Guardian, you saw the hole. Have you, as a journalist, asked the question, where did that hole go?
I have seen all the pictures. I follow you. I've seen all the pictures that you post. Sometimes you post that he can't wear a mask because of his ears. I've seen all that. But is that enough evidence to say that is not Buhari? He's getting old. The man is getting old.
What?
Get old.
Is he really? Have you seen his hands?
What if
his hands? How can you look at his hands? You've not?
No, I've not looked at his hands. No.
Anyway, forgive me. Go back and look at. Just do a very simple research. Go to Google and ask Google Buhari's pictures 2015. Buhari 2016. Buhari 2016. You see all the how he metamorphoses basically from one shape to another. He went to London, nobody could see him. He went to London for music, nobody could see him. But we smuggled out the pictures. You saw the idiot brain dead before the system. Should I say and took the idiots to Saudi Arabia. That's very thing. Who doesn't know? What was Nigeria's aircraft, the so-called Air Force One, doing in Saudi Arabia? Nobody can answer, nobody can explain. Because all they do is to share money, they intimidate, they kill. They have taken over the army, the police, everything, every agency of government that bears is under Fulani control. People are not talking about it. They are not talking about it. Complete emasculation of an entire people. and we are quiet to pretend as if nothing is happening. Others can keep quiet, but we are Biafran. We can never keep quiet. Not now, not tomorrow, not tomorrow. Not now, not tomorrow, not tomorrow.
All right, let's just assume, you and I mean, just for this live, let's just agree or assume that is the real Buhari. I've always wanted to hear this, particularly from you. Would you compare your relationship with Buhari in previous regimes or governments? Is it better with Buhari or the worst?
Buhari is a stark illiterate with no understanding of what governance is all about. There is a saying where I come from. When a road is good, you take it more than once. That fool was in power and came to power, committed treason felony, for which he should have been hanged or shot in 1983, and made a complete mess of the economy. So the president blind. But the stupidity of the lives of Tinubu was what encouraged him to emerge again to finish what his progenitor Othman Danfodio started, to take over our land. Are you not aware that Fulani terrorists are in our forest? Are you not also aware that you cannot send any money even using Western Union out of Nigeria? Are you not also aware that the greatest fraud perpetrated by any sitting government is under this very Fulani Janjaweed regime? Where is the money accruing to NMPC? They control it. Sovereign Wealth Fund of Nigeria, they control it. The thing about, I don't know, maybe when the white man was creating Nigeria, maybe there was some kind of a jazz or juju, we call it, that they did on all of us, that made us become this daft and rich. Simple question we cannot. Where is the money accruing to NMPC? Where is the money that these same Fulani people voted for themselves to purchase weapons? Where are they? Who created Boko Haram? The same Buhari came out and said an attack against Boko Haram is an attack against the North. That Boko Haram are his misguided brothers.
Okay.
All of you journalists heard misguided brothers.
So these are issues that the government is failing to do. So my question is about your relationship with past governments or the Buhari one. Which one would you say was the worst or is the worst? Are you saying the Buhari government?
No one has ever
seen of your relationship.
No one has ever seen. I have not. How can I have relationship with a Janjaweed? What can I bring to the table? I'm asking you, what can Buhari bring to the table? Does Buhari understand?
Today I am doing the questioning. Today I'm doing we'll switch roles someday. But today I'm doing. I want to know past government since you formed IPOB, which one would you say is the worst or a better relation with you, or maybe tolerate Biafra a little?
It's not about that. No, none of them, because these are team-force dictators made in Africa. They don't understand what freedom of association and expression is all about. And Buhari is not particularly gifted with intellect. So he's the worst of them all. Yaradua was a slightly better human being. Jonathan, as you can imagine, was as tolerant as ever. Obasanjo was a butcher and a mass. The only thing saving Obasanjo is that he is an agent of Western neo-colonialist interests. That's all. Obasanjo went to Oti and massacred people. Went to Zaki Biak and flattened villages. The same thing they cannot now do to Boko Haram. They did it to other Christian areas. And that's called Nigeria. Buhari is the worst, very worst. And incomparable.
So let's go back to Biafra. We've heard about Buhari, we have heard about Nigeria. Today's live is about Biafra. Let's talk about some of the grievances, the major grievances of Biafra people. What are your major grievances?
We want to be free. Anybody anybody who is doing their damn best.
Free from what exactly? Free from what?
From the shackles of the zoological republic.
So who's going to give you the independence?
We will take it ourselves. By force if need be.
When?
Do we have I mean, how long is a piece of string? We don't know. Elohim will decide. God Almighty in heaven will decide. We will have to do what we can as mortal flesh. Then God will do what he has to do as God. But every day we will keep trying to get Biafra. And we want them to understand that we are fanatical about what we are pursuing. That instead of Biafra not to come, I swear to God Almighty, every living thing in Nigeria will die. They must understand this very clearly. I don't care where they take. The level of madness in our brain. Give us Biafra and do whatever you like in the truth. That is your business. They must be free.
So in other words, you will not give rest to Nigeria until you are free. So this is why earlier on I asked you about those allegations of your people killing people just to get attention. And you say they're
we are not killing anyone. I'm telling you that in a climate of injustice, the next thing that follows is anarchy. You cannot keep killing other people's children and expect your own life to be secure. It's not done anywhere in the world. It cannot be done anywhere in the world. You saw what happened at Lake. Didn't you see the videos of them killing innocent people? What happened? You know, they think that if we can keep killing them, they won't talk. That is Fulani mentality. Now people have risen up to avenge the death of their loved ones. How can you stop them? They are unstoppable. No one can stop them. Do you know who they are? I don't know who they are. I don't know who the unknown gunmen. I don't know them. But I can understand why they're doing what they're doing.
Okay, so do you know that some people say that you are just after taking people's money through membership, that you're all talk? Like I asked you, when do you expect to get your independence? Like, since this is what you're fighting for, some people are saying that you're the one that is just enjoying, but Biafrans themselves, your people, are really suffering. Do you want to address on this live?
Do you pay tax where you are?
Of course I do. Yes, definitely.
So is the government scamming you? Are they stealing from you? Are they scamming you? You're in Germany, so Angela Merkel is scamming you. Yes?
I am in an independent country. In a country we are talking of Biafra that is not even existing yet. So let's even compare Germany. There is no Biafra yet. You've not broken away from Nigeria yet. So let's talk about Biafra, not Germany. I mean, we can't even compare the two. But yes,
it's because you know.
So let's address people that feel like you're just spending their money, but nothing is moving.
Spending it on what? On
there are many.
On what?
Sorry?
Spending it on what? Spending the money on what?
I don't know. You tell me. I mean, people pay membership. People are saying that you're having a good life.
Good life by defending my land. Yorubas are in the Republic as refugees. Are Biafrans in Amazonia as refugees?
Talking of Amazonians, how would you compare the Biafra movement to the Amazonian nationalist movement?
You have to wait until Friday because I have a joint world press conference with the leader of Amazonia. You may have to wait till then.
We are looking forward to that, and we're going to host the both of you.
Let me explain something to you.
We're looking forward to that.
I want to clarify something to you. Isn't it very funny and ironic? Here you have IPOB claiming, scamming us, poor black people. There's a thing where we come from poor people, very wretched people, Have they contributed one time to IPO? You know, they come with it because the Fulani Janjaweed and the British supporters, they understand it. They keep wondering where we get our funding from. Because with our funding, we can defend our land. And we have been defending our land. Those who are not well funded, like my brethren, they are refugees in another man's country. God stop the Fulani terrorists. But if they come to our land, we kill them. We confront them. And we kill them. Because they're terrorists in our forest. You want to see the videos? We have them. So I don't know where. So how do
you want to just preempt
of over 10,000 men? Where do you want me to get them to feed them? And I'm just 10,000 men. Where? I'm asking you. How do I buy them weapons and equipment to defend Biafra? Have you not heard that they're defending Biafra land? From heaven, maybe if I do prayer and fasting, God will throw guns and pillars from heaven. Black people are very funny, honestly.
Let's talk about Abbas. Would you want to preempt what's going to happen on Friday? I mean, just a little. What's happening? What do we need to watch on Friday?
I will share the same platform with a man I have immense respect for. Wait until Friday, and the world will vibrate. I can assure you of that. We are determined. Determination is the key. You know, in Africa, there is something that the European colonialists perfected very well, which they try to do to me. What they try to do is that once you have a movement or you have an embryonic nation, and they feel that you're working for your people, they set up all these fake groups and people to try to either steal power from you, overthrow you, assassinate you, or render you irrelevant. They have tried all of that nonsense against Ambazonia and Biafra agitators, and they have failed. They cannot succeed, and they have failed. Because our mission is ordained by heaven itself.
Okay, so how do you feel about your brothers in Cameroon and Western Togoland clamoring for self-rule? How do you feel about that?
These are the few people I identify in Africa as definitely some common sense. Because a white man should not be creating countries for us. They shouldn't. Wole Soyinka argued for sovereign national conference before the 1999 Abdul Salami Janjaweed constitution that they are fighting against today was written. Have Nigeria convened a sovereign national conference? Subjected it to some kind of referendum? That I can understand. That the people came together, had a debate, and voted to be Nigeria. But for a white man to travel from Scotland, from Hong Kong, as well, to come all the way to West Africa, to say, you, from today, your name is, God permission with them. From today, your name is Nigeria. What sort of nonsense is that? Only God can create a nation. I've asked Nigerians before a very simple question. Go to Google and type in who created Nigeria. They will tell you, a human being. In that same Google, type who created China, nobody knows. Who created USA, nobody knows. Who created France, nobody knows. It's only in Africa that one white man can come and create something. We need to see, all of us, we need to go and queue up and see a psychiatrist. That's something wrong with our brain.
All right, let's talk about insecurity in Nigeria. If you were at the helm of power, how would you tackle insurgency?
There will be no insurgency. Because you have the parliament of the people. People don't even know the meaning of democracy. Or why you have parliament or assemblies. It is that every grievance is ventilated, debated, discussed, and solutions preferred. Let me give you an example. Do you think that if they had allowed us to form, let's say, a Biafra nationalist party, there would be no need for our agitation to take the dimension that it has taken? Because we can field candidates, they can now say to themselves, if you believe in Biafra, vote for this very party. Don't they have Scottish nationalist party in the United Kingdom? But they won't allow it where we come from. You see, because of this so-called festivity, one Nigeria rubbish, a useless man for a useless people. What is the meaning of Nigeria? They don't even know. I'm a Nigerian. I'm a Nigerian. I feel sorry for them. I'm a Nigerian. Honestly.
All right, thank you so much, IPOB leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. But before I let you, any words that you'd want to add to Biafrans watching us today?
Yeah, we must remain resolute and very strong. And other ethnic nationalities are drawing strong from our beginning. Oduduwa won't be where they are today without IPOB. We have seen that we are resilient, we're very strong. And we're not moving. And very soon, Middle Belt will join us. That's how it is. We must remain very, very resolute because they know there is no going back. Biafra or death.
All right, thank you so much for joining me here on Live Chat with Josie. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, IP leader. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
Right. Thank you for having me. Great. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. I was speaking to IPOB leader. He's a Biafran leader for the movement, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Until next time, here on Live Chat with Josie, it's a good evening.